the skin soft, I was able to cut it. There were still pieces that were like hard, so it was still tough. Yeah, I'm just.
I can't say sure. I live in a city, so we live near a beach or something like that. Wait, let's see. I'm actually curious. Yeah, we have never played. Alright, die. That's not my goal. I can make 2 dives. I wasn't paying attention. GG's. I don't know. Continue the whole spelling mistakes. Yeah, I can't swim either. Very conscious. Just, you know. Okay. Will you join me? Who should you help with? Is someone chasing you?
566 divided by 12. 47.
Did you eat your breakfast? As a lovely chap and a humble viewer, I'm just a humble viewer. My hands are preoccupied, but I will do a FaceTime.